What's going on, everybody? My name is Charlie. Welcome back to the channel. If you are new here, I am a Sturgis native. I grew up right here in the city of riders. Today I'm going to be talking about why Sturgis sucks. A little bit different, but I'm also going to finish at the end of the video with the things that I do like about Sturgis. So stay tuned to the end. Right now, I really want to talk about the cost of entry for younger people to get into the motorcycle world. Right now, you know, it's, especially in today's economy, it's not cheap just to hop onto a motorcycle. It costs quite a bit, matter of fact, and especially when you're talking about a Harley Davidson. When you come into Sturgis, a lot of people you know, think that maybe it's a Harley Davidson only event. It is not. It's open to all types of riders, all types of motorcyclists, but you know, it is kind of a Harley Davidson focused, themed type of event. You know, primarily Harley Davidson riders come, I should say. Now, that being said, for the younger crowd, for Harley Davidson's facing troubled times lately, we need to think about how to get younger people onto motorcycles. Not just onto motorcycles, but if we want to keep the tradition of the Sturgis Motorcycle Rally alive, we need to get younger people down here. So that means we need younger people on motorcycles. So when I bought my first motorcycle, it was a Harley Davidson Sportster 883. I got it for $3,900. And especially in today's days and age, like what the economy is currently doing, how much it costs just to live, for somebody in their 20s, you know, early 20s and maybe young 30s, we need something like $5,000 or less, because really everything else is just too expensive. So really, number one on why I think Sturgis sucks is the cost of entry alone. To the cost of what it takes to be a motorcycle owner today. A lot of these Harleys are sitting at $30,000, and that's insane. $50,000 for a new motorcycle. No young person can afford that. Very, very few anyways. Alright, second one I have on the list here is the cost of lodging. You know, if you come out here and you want to spend a week at a campground, if you're going to bring an RV, if you're going to try to get a hotel for a week, you're looking at $1,000 or more. Airbnb, you can just basically expect to spend about $1,000 unless you're doing real basic tent camping. I pre-purchased my Buffalo Chip tickets early. I think it cost me about $300 and some and change, and that was including tent camping, dry tent camping, no electricity for the week. So that's about as cheap as you could possibly get it, and also still get those big time concerts. So the cost of the lodging alone, just to come and lay your head down at night here in Sturgis, is pretty astronomical. The next one I have on here is food price. The cost of food down here is crazy. It was a $20 plate, basically a $20 minimum. If you wanted to get something to eat down here, you could expect to pay $20. Whether $20 for a burger and fry, $20 for a little gyro, $20 for mac and cheese with pulled pork. It was a $20 bill for everything you did. Now you're looking at adding on a water, even just water, $5. I mean, it's just the food and the prices, it just kind of doesn't make sense, and there's no good food options. And what I mean, there's tons of tasty food around here, so don't get me wrong, I'm not naysaying anybody's food. There's just no healthy food option down here. Everything is very much fair, rally, fried food. And there's, especially with the younger generation, again, talking about how we're going to get younger people to come and sustain this rally for future generations, is we want healthier food options. We want things that taste good. Not only do they taste good, but they are good for us. All right, we don't want to come down here and fill our body for an entire week filled with fried crap. So any food vendors, we need healthier food options here. Now, that being said, with the healthier food options, and tailoring it to the younger crowds is really, we need younger crowd things. I love Sturgis. I am 34 this year, and I've been here since 1997. I've got to see many, many rallies, probably a lot more than your average bear will get to see in their lifetime, and I feel so blessed for that. But today, this year, it hit me like a ton of bricks. While I was at the Limp Bizkit concert, it was maxed out. Lots of people at Buffalo Chip. And then the next couple of nights, it was just very dull. And of course, it had something to do with the year, the 83rd. They're not huge years on like the 2s and the 3s, more on like the 0s and the 5s, right? But on Wednesday, Whiskey Myers played. Whiskey Myers was completely maxed out. And we're talking about for the old bands like REO, Styx, and Speedwagon, the crowds were dead. And that's because the band members themselves are almost dead. And I love these guys. I'm not trying to throw any disrespect at them. But what I realized this year is Sturgis is, and I don't know why, I've obviously realized this a lot longer before than this year, but Sturgis is filled with old men. Old white men, basically. If we want to continue this celebration on, we want to continue to have this rally for many more years, we got to continue to bring in younger things. Yellow Wolf at the Iron Horse Saloon, the last Saturday of the rally, was the busiest concert that I had saw the whole week. It was the busiest, tightest crowd out of the entire week, out of anything that I saw. So it's clear that we need to focus on getting younger bands here, bigger acts here, and that it will draw in younger crowds of people. So one other thing that I thought of while I was at the Whiskey Myers concert was the drinking. As younger generations move forward, it's pretty apparent that we care about our bodies more, with the healthy food desire, with the fact that we care more about wearing gear, leather gear, helmets, things that are protective. You know, like my dad behind me here, he's 73, and you older guys, you guys are just cut from a different cloth. You're too tough for anything. You got too much grit to take medicine. You got too much grit to wear a helmet. Oh, that's just gay. I've heard it so many times from you guys. And realistically, as we've gotten new generations of people, we've gotten smarter. And we've had that desire to have healthier foods, to have protective clothing, to have cheaper options, to be in more affordable you know, right now we got to focus on how we're going to get more young people in. And drinking today, and I'm not saying that has completely gone away, and it never will completely go away, so I'm not trying to say that at all, but a lot of the younger people, 35 and younger, they're choosing to smoke their herbal companion a lot more than they are choosing to drink alcohol, because, well, it's destructive. And I saw an old guy at a concert this year who was so drunk that he could barely stand up, and honestly, it was disgusting. Not only could he barely stand up, and then I watched him finish his drink and just toss it on the ground, and he was only about 20 steps away from a garbage can. We tend to care about our environment a little bit more as young people. We care about treating people the right way a little bit more. We're treating ourselves the right way. And it was disgusting to see so many people from out of town, from out of state, come in, get drunk, throw their cigarette butts on the ground, throw their cans and their cups on the ground, and be too lazy and undisciplined just to walk their trash over to a garbage can. It was honestly disheartening. And it was the first time I'd really felt that in Sturgis. Even though I've seen it a bunch of times, it was the first time I really felt like, wow, I wish that so many people weren't just drunks here. And I saw Her Two Wheels made a video all about that, how Sturgis is really just one big party. And that is it. Now, the things that I want to say is I hear from people all the time that they come here because they love the riding. But the riding sucks during the rally. If you want to come to ride the Black Hills, you got to come in early June or in September, even October. These times are great. The tourists are gone, and these roads are so open and free that it makes you feel like you really do own the Black Hills out there. So have the crowd of Sturgis sucks. Now, that is of course one of the positives too. But if you're really coming here to ride your motorcycle, if you're really coming here to ride your motorcycle through the Black Hills and experience these roads, don't come during the rally. There's so many people out here. Like on the 75th rally, it was so crazy that anywhere you went out there on the Black Hills, it was full. And that to me is not really fun. It's not that enjoyable. Now, real quick, I just want to recap on those couple of main points of why Sturgis sucks. And once the cost of motorcycles is way too high right now. When you get a motorcycle and you come to Sturgis, the cost of lodging to get like a hotel or to bring your RV, I mean, if you're going to really tent camp it, that's great, but man, it's tough to do for a whole week. I just did that for my first time this year, and it was hard. So the lodging is expensive. The food is way too expensive. It's overpriced, and it's not good. There's no good food options. There's no healthy food options. And we have to have younger entertainment if we want a younger crowd. And if we are looking at tailoring to the younger crowd, more people today are using the green leafy substance than they are abusing alcohol. So if we made those large changes to the Sturgis Rally, in my opinion, I think we could almost guarantee another 85 years of this event. Now, really quick, I want to talk about all the things I love about Sturgis, and some of those things are the same exact things that I think are bad about Sturgis. And that's the drinking, the party. I mean, I don't drink very much, ever. So, come Sturgis Rally time, sometimes I like to cut loose. Now, I wish that the other people who came were just a little bit more respectful to my home when they came, and even maybe to themselves. The crowd of people is also something I love. I love meeting people here at Sturgis. People come from all over the world, all walks of life, and meeting new biker friends every year at Sturgis, and sometimes even re-meeting or reuniting, I should say, with people that you've met years ago. That is awesome. I've met some awesome people here at Sturgis that I keep in contact with. Sometimes I see them every year, sometimes I see them once in a decade. It just depends. Obviously, the music and the events, the concerts, the burnouts, the police demos, the stunts. There's so many cool things to see here at Sturgis. I think, to me, the cool things far exceed all of the bad things. So anyways, guys, those were my reasons about why the Sturgis Rally sucks. It costs too much to get into a motorcycle. When you do get a motorcycle, that was expensive, and you have to get the gear, and you have to get all your, you want to customize a little bit, and then you think, oh my god, I want to go to Sturgis. It costs too much to stay in Sturgis. The lodging's out of control. Once you finally get the lodging figured out, there's really no healthy food options, and all the unhealthy food is super expensive. All of the music venues are pretty much ran by old white men who cater the music to old white men. And if we want to continue this event to younger people, we need to get new young acts coming in. And if we can do anything about legalizing plant substances here, not only will it increase the revenue for the rally, but it will also drive younger crowds into the rally. Thanks for listening to me rant, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, hit that like button for me. If you have not subscribed already, consider subscribing. Hit the bell to get the notifications for the new videos, and I'll see you guys next week.